Apostle is a really weird movie from the director of the brilliant Raid movies about a man whose sister is kidnapped by a creepy cult who live on an island and he goes to find and rescue her. And I mean, it is really weird. I mean, most movies of this kind, like the staple of the creepy cult on an island, 1973's The Wicker Man, start off with someone investigating, looking around at the cult, trying to piece things together, and then slowly but surely things go batshit insane. This movie is probably the weirdest of its kind. Along the way somewhere it decides rescuing the sister plotline is a bit stale and goes off on a tangent to a really strange place, and it never lets up. When Apostle starts, you can tell the movie you'll be seeing is good looking, is well shot. And when the hero gets to the island, he's surrounded by an entire population of the cult, trying to blend in and not be outed as an intruder, witnessing numerous rituals he has no understanding of. It's neat, it's interesting, he makes an acquaintance with a young man also who helps him with his goal. You know, it's all starting to move forward and be on its way. But a small idea that is generated in the film takes a much stronger hold, and as the runtime goes on, it ends up taking complete control over the entire film. But it doesn't feel well thought out, and is pretty much all over the place, and the movie has to backpedal in order to make everything fit this new direction it's decided to go into. For example, there's this one character who has significant pull on the island. Very early on, we see he is manipulative and greedy. Sure, some revelations later on show that he might not be a 100% moustache-twirling villain, but he's not a nice dude. He sanctions a murder. Yes, he gives an order to have a man he knows is innocent of any crime to be killed, right in front of his face. This is in one of his first scenes as well, one we'll judge him against. But later on, the movie seems to realize it forgot that there's an upcoming dilemma for this character approaching. So it quickly shoves in a bit of exposition from his daughter. It's quite funny really. Someone accuses him of being a killer, and she takes offense and kind of says, oh, he might be this, he might be that. He might drown puppies, and he might leave Lego pieces lying around the house. But how dare you? He is not a murderer. It's such a poor way to set up a conflict for her father in the next scene where he has to kill someone who means nothing to him really. In fact, who has been nothing but trouble for him, in order to prove himself for, well, cultish reasons. This guy didn't have a problem having a man killed earlier on in the movie. What's his problem now? Why is he hesitant and all of a sudden righteous? It's inconsistencies like this that harm the film's attempts to pull a kind of from dusk till dawn switch, because it doesn't work because of the characters not working. They say and do whatever is needed so the movie can go in the wacky direction it ends up in the final 45 minutes or so, even if it's completely out of character, and everyone kind of goes mental in the end, doing crazy things for seemingly no reason or justification. There were some very good scenes, tense scenes, one of an underground chase, and another really good one where a wrongly framed character is tortured in public. Very cringy stuff, very effective, but the movie tends to lose itself in being unable to decide whether it wants to go for realistic violence and gore or over-the-top slaughter and schlock. There's scenes of violence that hit you because you can feel the pain of the characters, but the film goes too far. It spends too long on the swing, to the point that you just lose your immersion and just think, are you taking the piss now? Are you having a giggle with the amount of blood that's coming out of that guy's arm, or that dude who was blown away with a shotgun is now merrily skipping away? The movie doesn't feel like it is settled, like it knows what it wants to go for and what it wants its audience to feel. It almost feels like they were making it up as they went along, and were making on-the-spot adjustments to characters in order to make it work. Is it a study of the human condition, of the jealousy and backstabbing between people, or is it a supernatural horror? The two elements don't really fit into a cohesive film, and you end up walking away feeling a bit shortchanged. I give this movie a 5.5 out of 10.